Today, we bring you a special edition of Adventure, a program dedicated to the story of space discovery and the amazing ongoing research that continues to this day in that field. It all began with Ptolemy, who spent his life trying to understand the secrets of the universe, the first attempts at flight, the different fuels used, and the first rockets to be designed. A story which is impossible to relate in only a few short paragraphs. But today, they are all reunited. From Layla, the first mammal to travel, to orbiting space stations, Gagarin, and the history of airplanes venturing through the stratosphere. The creation of the universe, where it all began, remains a mystery to mankind even today. And yet man has tried to understand the secrets of the world from the time he first saw the celestial bodies' movements in the heavens. In all past civilizations, we find writings and images of the position of the sun, the moon, and of the earth itself. Though some theories were totally based on myth and superstition, others were amazingly well studied, despite the limited means that existed in ancient times. It was in the Middle Ages, and then again in the 17th century, that the first serious scientific studies began. This was due in large part to Galileo's invention of the telescope. Weary of observing the stars from Earth, man's desire to rise into the heavens grew. In the 18th century, hot air balloons made their first successful flights. They were man's first airborne vehicles. The airplane was the next logical step in aerial travel, but it was only with the advent of the rocket that man's dream of space exploration could begin to be realized.
At the end of the last century, the Russian Tsiolkovsky became one of the first to turn dreams of space exploration into reality. This amazing scientist developed the idea of a reactor engine rocket. It was a period of trial and error and rough drafts of his theories. He had already thought up a rocket engine that functioned on liquid propulsion. At the same time, in Germany, Hermann Ganschwind was also looking into the possibility of jet propulsion. His research drew the attention of new pioneers in the field, such as Norov. With Hermann Oberth's support, an astronomical society was created in Germany. In England, Professor Goddard was the first to seriously envision a trip to the moon. His theories received much support from the scientific community, and he received a grant to work on a project about rocket engines. During this period, the idea of conquering outer space had already been exploited by filmmakers. In Germany, Hermann Oberth collaborated on Fritz Lang's famous film about a woman on the moon. Together, these two men invented the first countdown. It wouldn't be until 1926 that the first rocket would be launched. In Massachusetts, Professor Goddard successfully shot a rocket 30 meters into the air using liquid propagol, a mixture of kerosene and nitric acid.